Thank you, Blake. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Grega. And now we're waiting for you, Burak, to hear your voice and your charts. Beautiful. Look at all those channels there.
You hear me, Dale?
I can, Burak. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you too. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. You know what I say about trend lines?
I don't.
Their destiny is to be broken.
Exactly.
All right, but
every trend is broken sooner or later.
Yeah. So, really nice to meet you, and you know,
yeah.
I'm interested in how you got into the industry and how you got from point A to point B, and channels being your method of choice for attacking the markets. Maybe you could tell us how it started for you, buddy.
Yeah. So I live in London since 2007, and I'm an aerospace engineer, by the way. So I did that for quite a while, and then after I came to London in 2007, I got interested in financial markets. And the story is that I exchanged my euros to pound, and that was exactly when the time 2008 crisis hit, and pound dropped 30% against euro in 1 year. And I was like, what's happening? I'm just an ordinary person. So why did I lose this 30%? So I started looking around, and one of my friends who's a trader introduced me to Elliott Wave.
Okay.
And that was in 2009. So I read the book, and I started looking into it and started trading. I just couldn't make it work. So then I started looking around into different blogs, and I read a few other books about technical analysis, and I figured out that I'm more of a visual person.
Okay.
So
that's a great discovery. That's a great discovery.
Yes. So I came across a few blogs where these lines, they kind of started making sense to me. And then, I started trading with the lines, and I forgot about Elliott Wave completely. I started doing single lines, basically only supports and resistances, but then I started using the channels as well, based on a few simple rules that I follow. Very cold, very religiously. I follow these rules, and they're not basically rocket science, but it's just I have to keep things simple. As you can see, I don't use any sort of indicators or moving averages, etc. And I just do it. I don't really try to anticipate where any market will go.
Okay, you wait for confirmation with tests of channel lines or breakouts or failures, and how many years did it take you to gravitate towards this? Because I've interviewed Schwager, author of Market Wizards, and I asked him once, I said, Jack, what's the most important advice you could give a trader? And he said, to find a trading style that fits or suits their personality. So how many years of the random walk was it before you found this type of work?
I think about 2.5 years.
Okay.
And I blew up 2 accounts.
Okay.
During that time.
Who hasn't? Okay.
And then I started in 2013. I think in March. I started free blogging on Blogspot. That was tradingchannels.blogspot.com, and I started putting out the charts, and some people liked it because it looks quite simple, and it gives clear signals, and also, I think more importantly, has a good risk control.
How about this? Did you find that by blogging and showing your work that it made you better because you were more accountable? Other people were looking at it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You were actually looking at it, so it crystallized your views.
Absolutely.
Going out there. All right.
Yeah, I even when I was doing it, free blogging, I started taking much more disciplined views, and because I was accountable, and I'm doing it for the subscription now, and I even do it even more because I don't want people to lose money because of my analysis and my trade setups. So it has been extremely positive for my trading. This sharing, and of course, as I said, I learned my method. Combined and found my own rules, but the fundamentals came from other blogs. So it's basically, this is a world for sharing, and I'm sharing a lot of charts on my public profile.
What blogger was most influential to you that really helped you? I mean, everyone has some kind of mentor or influence.
Yeah, sure.
Who was it?
It is Channels and Patterns. He also started the Art of Charts.
What's the guy's name?
His name is Richard Chamberlain, I think.
Oh, okay.
And his trading and Twitter handle is Spring Hill Jack.
Does he? So he knows he helped you.
I think so. Yeah, I mentioned him.
It doesn't. You have to thank him. So
I did,
yeah. So I'm looking at your yen chart here now, Burak, and I'm going to make an assumption here that because you're a channel guy, and the major channels and trends have been down since the end of the month, or since 114.50, and then we had a sideways channel that happened, say October, November, and that you were probably either looking at selling a rally at a trend line touch on the downtrend, or waited for a breakdown going with the major trend that we just had maybe over the last several days. How's that for a guess?
Yeah, exactly. But I'd like to make maybe a bigger picture. This blue line, which is a fantastic resistance, and that was 1470, and that's exactly where we shorted. 1470 hit, and I like the double plays. So if I get closer, so there was this resistance as well here, which was coinciding with the blue. The blue one that I just showed.
Okay, so the intersection was a confluence line for you.
Yeah. We shorted 14.
You look for confluence lines.
Yes. I mean, let's say not always, but if I see them as more higher probability trades, and they give much better risk control. Clearly, my entry was 114.70, and the stop was 114.90. So that's 20 pips risk, and I think today is already 200 pips. So I mean, it's not always this perfect, but when I catch it like this, I just milk it.
Okay, well that's a great talent, because if I have a shortcoming, it's not riding things to longer term targets because I see too much noise, and I believe that I could always re-enter at a better price and I'm covering a position. So what keeps you in a trade like this from the highs?
So this was another
I mean, do you trade it, or do you have the same position on from 1470 today, or have you been taking maybe partial profits along the way and adding to the position along the way?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So how, where, how and where?
So what I did was we at 113.80. This was the break of this support, confirmed support here. It broke down at the fourth hit, and it back tested. So I was going short, even adding more short at 113.80, and then I covered the second position at 113.30, so that's 50 pips, and I kept the one that is from the very top, and exactly as we are talking, it is now bouncing off the red bottom band, and I am very tempted now to close half of that position. And if I have these internal resistances that I always plot inside the channels, and if it moves a bit more into the channel, I may close half of it, because if this red one breaks to the upside, it is like a bull flag, and then it may retest 114, and that's what I don't want to be holding on my hands. I mean, it's already quite good gains at the moment.
All right, so I see the major channel lines. How do you decide to draw what I used to call speed lines or internal trend lines?
Yeah, so the internal ones are basically what you have from the past within the channel. And the channel walls, I always look at 2 hits on both sides. And this is confirmed when it bounced, really. And of course, it may break down this bottom band, and that's exactly what I'm hoping for. And that would be really, a declining channel breaking to the downside. That would be awesome. But currently, this channel is a confirmed channel, and I can always I always look into these internals to basically have a higher probability of a channel forming as well. So as long as these internal supports and resistances are there, and they are confirming the internal corridors of the channel, then you can also expect the outer bands of the channel to be holding as well.
Okay, I like that term, corridor. So there were a lot of people, Burak, looking at what they believed was a head and shoulders top in euro. You got the breakdown, but it was really just a bear trap. I'm curious what your channel work is telling you on either the dollar or the euro. Okay.
So the orange one is a proper bull flag, which I've been looking into for quite some time since it started, since it hit here on the 3rd. You see on the bottom band on the 3rd, it bounced again.
Right.
So here these two hits, and here is 2 hits, and it was already very promising. And the 3rd one, when it bounced, I became quite bullish. Although it made another low, I was looking into this larger channel as well, that is from the January 2007 lows. After the bounce, I was looking into the blue internal resistance. Actually, 2 days ago, this was one of the free charts, and I said this internal resistance, once it breaks to the upside, you can see there is a harmony here. So these supports and these 3 hits on this line, and once it's broken, I was turning more bullish to expect a breakout on this orange bull flag.
So let's imagine, it's easy to go back, and everyone goes back and said, I did this, I did that, I did that.
Yeah.
It was perfect. So let's do an exercise here. Imagine you're flat, the euro right now, and you have all your lines in play here. How would you handle it? Would you buy pullback to your blue line or gold line? And would your target be the red line up around 120 as time goes on?
Because, first answer is I would try a blue back test of the blue at the top. And this momentum shouldn't be lost very, very quickly. And I think if it breaks it down a little bit, then the orange top band would be another another buying level. I wouldn't short this at the moment.
Okay.
Because the orange channel is a bull flag, I would expect a new high to 121.
Okay, nice. Any view on your home currency that you lost 30% on when you moved to the UK? Maybe a trade to help you get that back?
Yeah. So yeah, we have a beautiful channel here, the blue one, from 2016 lows, and that's it's been holding. So the bottom band has been holding.
So your channel work could include horizontal channels too. It's not always like an uptrend or a downtrend. Channel work could be a trading range as well.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes. As long as I said, it fits these very simple rules. Then yes. As long as they are in range bound like this, and if you can contain them within the channel walls, yeah, why not? That's definitely what I'm doing.
Okay, so your flat cable right now, based upon all the lines that you have drawn on this chart,
I'm flat cable, but yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to buy it now at the break of the green resistance.
Okay, you want to buy strength.
Yes,
Okay.
because the blue channel is holding, that's a good risk control. As long as the blue bottom band is holding, and the green resistance, which has been just confirmed today with those 3 hits, the fourth one, or latest the fifth one, if and when it breaks, I would be a buyer with a stop below the blue support.
Okay, so what else is on your radar? Do you cover all the majors? Do you cover any commodities? Yes. Or
I cover the general, the most popular commodities like oil, natural gas, gold, silver, copper, platinum, and then also the agricultural commodities like soybeans, wheat, corn, coffee. Yeah.
I'm curious. What would be the maximum amount of positions that you would have on at any one time?
I don't want to have more than 4.
Okay. Because more than that makes your head explode. Like. Yeah. Okay.
That's experience, entirely experience. I don't want to have more than 4.
Okay. I heard a great line that if you can't remember the last price of any instrument you're trading too many.
Yeah, exactly. So I keep posting all of these charts for my members, but I don't take every call or every market. That's impossible. I have already a lot on my plate. I follow indices as well, so 5 major indices. I actually started following NASDAQ as well.
So what's the S&P telling you right now? Is the trend shifting here?
Okay, so let me look at the long-term one first. This red channel from 2009 lows. Wow. This hit was quite precise at the top end on the red.
Okay. And it got through it just a little bit, didn't it? Got through it just a little bit.
Yeah, slightly, but then because it was the combination of the orange one, I think the first trader, I couldn't catch his name, he also showed the same channel, that this is the orange one.
Okay.
And then we have the green one that has started from end of August. You can see the top hits on the two top hits, and just recently it broke down at the 4th, so we shorted it at 2,570. And let me show you this one. I normally don't do these rectangles unless they are very obvious. but here it is, very obvious horizontal support. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tests already since end of October. So I think if this level, which is what is it, 2563, I think 2562. If we go below that, I think we're going down within the blue speculative channel, I would say.
Okay. I have one more request from the audience.
Sure.
Ash would like to get your look on wheat.
On wheat.
On wheat.
That's
you
my.
You know who my commodity trading legend is? It's Joseph was the best commodity trader because he knew when to fill up his bins for a famine. So, so what's it look like to you here, buddy?
I mean, wheat has been quite troublesome for me, I must admit. And the reason was this resistance. After the break of this blue one, I thought the back test would hold and we would keep on going, but it didn't. So it completely smashed back below it.
That's a tough one.
It is very tough. But the black one, which is the channel right from the 2008 high, not too bad. The internal lines are pretty.
This channel almost looks like an Andrews pitchfork. You ever get the people saying, "Is that a pitchfork, Burak?"
Yeah, some people mention to me that it may be similar to them, and some of them, yes, they are the Andrews pitchfork. So if you put the high here and then put one of the forks here and the other one there, it may be able to exactly follow this channel. Okay. That's correct.
Okay, so you're pretty neutral. You're going to be watching the support level maybe for.
I am. I'm not taking any positions here because I took a loss on this one during this massive sell-off here.
Yeah. So why don't you take the time now to show our viewers and listeners your website and the best way for people that are watching you live, and we're taping it too, so there will be a video of how they could reach you and what you offer on your service.
My website is tradingchannels.uk.
You want to show it?
Yeah, sure.
So this is how we, reciprocate for you coming here and providing some great content and edifying our community.
Sure, thanks. Thank you very much. So what I do is I have a Twitter handle for members only, so subscribers only.
Okay, so you have a public and a private Twitter.
Exactly. Okay. I have those. I have that one, and I also have the daily charts. Every evening, close of the day, I publish about 13, 14 charts, and during the day, I give chart updates and trade setups during the day. And I also I have long-term charts here on indices, forex, commodities, and the agricultural ones. So, yeah, it's
well said.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Burak. It's really a pleasure to meet you. Mm-hmm. And I'll continue to tweet your stuff, and mm-hmm. feel free to post in my stream. And
thank you very much.
I like your work, and I'd like to be able to call you from this day forward my trading warrior brother. You accept it?
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, Dale.
All right, Burak, it's a pleasure, and may pips rain down on you throughout the rest of the year and into 2018, buddy.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Burak. Okay, that's it, F.A.C.E. What a great day. Huh? Tell me it wasn't a great day. And you know, if it's free, it's me. So if you want to say thank you for all the great content that we provide, sign up. At least take the 10-day trial. Go check Burak's stuff out too. It looks to be real clean looking channel work. And I'll see everyone for Thankful Thursday. And we're thankful every day, not just on Thursday, that we even have excess capital to take risk with. When there are people out there that don't know where they're going to sleep tonight or where their next meal is coming from. So above all, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. See everyone tomorrow. Adios. Thank you, team. Thank you, Blake, Grega, Steve Volge, Stelios, Nick, where are you? We miss you. See everyone later. Adios.